We got It's an Evil World We Live In, and we have this guy. His name is C. Bryant. Something else. He says, get married, they say. There is a lesson in everything. Hashtag trust the process. There he is, marrying someone that he rocked with. Marrying my forever, my lady, and ready to build life together. Take a look at this. That's a nice rented tuxedo. Very good. He's got a nice beard just for men and rocking the baldy. All right, he says right here, marrying my forever and ready to build forever. There he is right there with the thumbs up. Congratulations, sir. Filed for divorce a year and some change later. Accumulated debt, depression, ended up on a dating app. Just like that. A year and some change. All right, this is what you're up against out here. And of course, who had the depression? Okay. He says the thumbs up was from my uncle who asked, was I okay while I was waiting? LOL. You thought you were doing the right thing, but uh-oh, it's the wrong thing. Shout out to Key Sweat. Just like that. All right. It happens. Debt, depression, and now you out here on the dating app. Was that the woman? All right. Or him? Just like that. Life comes at you fast in 2025. If you got married in the year 2003, okay, shout out to y'all. But life comes at you quickly. And we got this last one right here on It's an Evil World We Live In. All right, this woman right here. Again, we let the world, listen, what I do is I let the world tell my talking points now. Like, you know my talking points. I don't have to keep reiterating it. What I do is I get the people to say it. I get men to say it. I get normies to say it. I get women to say it. I get people to admit it, and I cover that now. Okay? So I don't have to keep talking about it. I could just show you that people are living embodiment of what I'm teaching. This woman's name is Amber. She said, I married my best friend who wasn't my romantic partner. Did we just talk about this the entire fucking show? We just talked about this. That this is what happens to men, especially with women after 26, 28. They don't marry the man they want. They marry the man that they could get, and they settle for him, and they love bomb him, and then they marry their friend, but they don't marry the person that they love. This is a reality check. I married my best friend, but not my romantic partner. Here we go.
I was married to a good man who ultimately was not my man, and I knew that pretty early on. I knew that maybe 3 hours into our first date. I knew that 6 months in when we got engaged, and I knew that again and again and again. But I didn't want to know that because I really wanted the relationship to work. And I think what was so hard was that we were good friends. We had a great time together. I loved the work he was doing. I loved the way we collaborated. And on paper, everything looked like a good match. But I still knew that something was missing. It's funny because I lead journaling workshops and I always ask people, what truth are you afraid to admit to yourself and why? And it was the question that I avoided the most, because the truth I was afraid to admit to myself is that I no longer wish to be in my marriage. Admitting that to myself meant I'd have to blow everything up. And in a lot of ways, it was good and comfortable. There were so many reasons to try and make it work because it was more convenient. But I ultimately realized I didn't want to live a life that was convenient. I wanted to live a life that was courageous.
And that's you.
Now, she done prettied up a lot of bitch babble, but she done put the little nice piano music in the background, the sleep music. She put the mystifying NWO MK Ultra music to put you in a light mood. All right. She made it all sympathetic and put some caressing words, and she made it, I wanted to collaborate. I knew it then here. This is predatory. This is why I tell you, man, Cassie's not a victim. She's a predator. This is why I tell you, man, women can be bad people. But they be like, oh, you know, I knew, but, you know, I did it, and I wished the best, but it didn't work, and I knew I had to blow shit up, and I blamed him, and I made him crazy. I gaslighted and manipulated him. I cut off sex. I was never attracted to him. Why? It makes them a little bit more appealing. Oh, next time I won't do it, though. You can trust me. And then Scout Sounder. They put their fingers behind their back like this. But the whole time, she literally prayed and prayed and prayed on the nigga. Didn't even want him. Made him believe. When I tell you, they make you believe. They bat their eyes. and you don't look at their past, if he probably looked at her past, then he would have found out. And then he got married and then found out. Goops. And then she said something was missing. You know what was missing? Right here.
In these streets.
The streets were fucking missing. She wasn't in them streets. Them streets were calling her back.
I'm going to the streets. End of story.
The streets were calling her back. She stole his little money, left with a little bit of money in alimony. I really didn't like him anyway. You didn't realize that. And she runs back to Pookie or runs back to Tinder, get her fucking cheeks beat up and clapped. And then when you catch her cheating, why you do that? Well, I'm sorry. I really didn't mean to. Well, our marriage really was for fraud anyway.
Has the modern dating landscape confused you? Have many of the standards that you heard, you're kind of tired of hearing about, and you're wondering, what does it all mean? Well, look no further. Join us talking about the monetized dating marketplace right now on Locals, and it is CoachGregAdams.locals.com. You can create a free account to join the conversation between the Coach Gang members, but also on Sunday, we do a live stream demonstrating all aspects of the monetized dating marketplace. And coming soon in 2025, you're going to have access to a sample of the monetized dating marketplace course where you can get information related to how to participate in the monetized dating marketplace and or how to understand it, so you're not out here spinning your wheels trying to figure out how you're going to best deal with the monetized dating marketplace. Listen, everything and every aspect of dating is monetized. We just want to relieve the frustration that you might have about it. So the best way to do it is make a free account right there on Locals, CoachGregAdams.locals.com. You can get access to those live streams, but create a free account. Just join the conversation. I am the only one covering this conversation from this point of view. And yes, I am ahead of my time. Get ahead of the information before you're priced out.
This is sad news. This is sad fucking news, man. Wow. This is sad that they can jump up here and put this shit out here like this and not be considered evil predators. Predatory, bro. You want to hear this shit again, man? I'm going to pause it at something right here. I was married. How do y'all promote marriage when this shit is out here? Well, you gotta find somebody that rocks with you.
I was married to a good man.
Let me stop right there.
And that's you.
The good men get married. Not the Pookie, not Ray Ray, not Devontae, not Glocktavius, not Tata Alicia, not Deshaun, not Glocktavius, not Trayvonius. None of these people. Nah, not Pookie, not the jail Pookie, not jailbird Pookie, not drug dealer gangbanger Pookie, not pimp Pookie. It's the good men. These are the men chasing around kids for custody and child support. I was married to a good man. That wasn't enough. Why?
Who ultimately was not my man. And
Yeah.
I knew that pretty early on.
I knew that pretty early on. Y'all, and you don't want to call, this is apex predators. This is predatory. This is terrible behavior. This is inhumane. This is crimes against humanity.
I knew that maybe 3 hours into our first date.
3 hours into the first date. So they knew. She knew who was going to give up the punani, who was going to have to wait for it. She knew. This is why when they tell you to wait for the sex, this is a bad deal for you. She sees you as a good man and she's going to string your ass along. Continuing.
I knew that 6 months in when we got engaged.
You done bought the ring and she knew. She knew then. She was going to go back to Pookie. She was going to go back to Lil Puppet. She was going to go back to Glocktavius. She was going to go back to Chad. She going to go back to the streets.
I'm going to the streets. End of story.
I knew that 3 hours into the date. I knew this when we got engaged 6 months. Of course, there's that 6 months again. 6 months, rush to the altar. You don't have time. Let's make some babies. I love you. Here's some pussy. All right, here we go. Let's get married.
And I knew that again and again and again. But I didn't want to know that.
I didn't want to know that. I didn't want to face reality. I didn't want to see myself as this evil.
Because I really wanted the relationship to work.
She wanted the relationship to work. Why? Because it was suiting her. Protection, finances, stability, good man, image, clean up her image. She could be a wife instead of a harlot. Yep, it worked.
And I think what was so hard was that we were good friends. We had a great time together. I loved the work he was doing. I loved the way we collaborated.
Yep, collaborated partner. He was ambitious. This is the sex over life whole video. We collaborated. I liked the way he worked. He was ambitious. We were good friends. We got along together. We laughed. We ha-ha'd and kiki'd. All right.
And on paper, everything looked like a good match.
Yep, it looked like a good match. He's white. He's white bread. He's tall. He's handsome. He's debonair. You know what I mean? He's good. He got a good family. He comes from good stock. He has a house. He has a car. All that. Okay, suburban community, gated white picket fence, golden retriever. Yep. But he don't get my pussy wet, though. My pussy was drier than the Sahara Desert.
But I still knew that something was missing.
The streets. Okay?
In these streets.
That's what was missing. Excitement. Danger. Okay? Staying up in the middle of the fucking night. 2 a.m. Drug dealing. Gang banging. All right? Orgies. Excitement. Herpes. That was what's missing. Excitement.
In these streets.
This guy's boring. And what did he call it? Sex in the parking garage, elevators, changing rooms. That all goes away. Now you're getting missionary.
It's funny because I lead journaling workshops and I always ask people, what truth are you afraid to admit to yourself and why? And it was the question that I avoided the most.
I avoided. This is why I tell you, man, you got to press them. I know they're going to be like, but I'm just a girl. I'm a just innocent woman and I wouldn't do anything like that. Press them because they're avoiding answering the truth. You got to press their ass. Do not feel bad. Press their ass.
Because the truth I was afraid to admit to myself is that I no longer wish to be in my marriage.
So they're afraid to admit to themselves their own truth. Imagine what they're afraid to admit to you. All right. They just want to be in Delulu right here. I just wanted to leave. I was afraid to admit it, though.
Admitting that to myself meant I'd have to blow everything up. And
Terrible.
in a lot of ways, it was good and comfortable. There were so many.
The marriage was good and comfortable. But the fast money is gone. The excitement is gone. The multiple dicks is gone. All right. The going to the bar and flirting and all of that gone. All right. I got to be in the house in bed at 9:30. It's all gone. That's boring.
Reasons to try and make it work because it was more convenient. But
It was convenient. Not the love. Where's the love? I haven't heard her say she loved this man once. I haven't heard her say, I love this man once.
I ultimately realized I didn't want to live a life that was convenient. I wanted to live a life that was courageous.
Courageous, inspirational, empowering. All right, this is all bitch babble. This is all. And yes, white women, plain Becky's can get you on this too, bro. But y'all want some what? Y'all want some burning desire out here. Y'all want it. Being a drug mule for Hector. Yep, she missed all that too. Hector used to send me from here, state to state, ocean to ocean. All right, but I miss all of that shit right here. Where is it at? Where's it at? All right, we got the main event coming up, man. Sheesh. Sheesh. Dude, I'm going to tell you, man, this is going to be something. I've said this. These women don't care about you, man. I don't care what you say. They don't care about you. They care about themselves. All right, they are survivalists. They don't care, man. Don't think they ever going to care more for you than they care about themselves. And they know a lot of times when they ain't shit. So they know. That I get I need money says men just overreport and women underreport because of shame. Indeed. Yep. Shout out to you. So that was related to the threesomes. H every day says gyms are being dropped. GOAT status game. If you think I'm crazy, please do life against what I'm telling you. All right. But you better wake up. They don't care about you at all. All right. And you will find out. Put them in a situation where they're vulnerable. Which I'm going to tell you is a shit test. Put them in a situation where they're vulnerable. Say like, you know, they're going to get replaced in a relationship. You're going to see the real woman. And literally what happens is they don't feel secure. They're going to fucking clam up on you. You're going to see the real version of them. Okay. NGN, did you hear that Thailand is recriminalizing Mary Jane and the potheads are irate? It's good to see many Asian countries are becoming more strict to weed heads. The losers from other countries that bring niggy-ish. What say you? Congratulations to Thailand and Russia. All right, lock these niggies up. He says, I presented that clip out of context. The bitch cheated on her husband and married the new guy. All right, is that what happened? All right, are you sure that happened? All right, let's see. Let's see if she's remarried. Nope, she just wrote a book. Oh, she says, I met my soulmate. Here's another one. All right, she met her soulmate while married. Okay, so maybe you're right. Let's see right here. Okay. This is her again. This is her again.
4 years ago, while married, that I met John, this person who I had this instant knowing of, whoa, this is the person I'm meant to spend my life with. That was very quickly followed up by the fear voice in my head that was like, you're insane and you're married and the timing of this couldn't be more inconvenient. And here are 9,000 reasons why you are absolutely not going to blow up your life and leave your marriage to be with this person that you don't know and who is a stranger. It was 4 years ago, while married, that I met John, this person who I had this instant knowing of, whoa, this is the person I'm meant to spend my life with.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've presented this woman before, bro. All right, wait a minute. Holy mackerel. You see how they sweeten up the words? Oh, I met my soulmate while married. Oh, you cheated on your husband? No, I didn't cheat on him. It just, the marriage wasn't serving me and I wasn't comfortable anymore. So I met my soulmate while married. Yeah, I think I've presented them. Now that I've seen this, I think I've done a video on them.
I was married to a good man.
All right, I think I've done a video on them. Now that I remember that, or at least I've done a reaction on them. She's got kids too. Yes. Yeah. I definitely think I've done a video on them. Okay, let's see. I think I have done a video on them. So we have the first guy. Is this the husband? She's got a therapist. So yes, you already know. You got a therapist. All right, so this is the new guy. There he is. He cheated on, he dirty macked the other guy and got your bitch. Damn, bro, it's cold.
Do you have the stomach?
Do you have the stomach? And they dressing this shit up like, oh, yes, meet your soulmate while married. I looked into the eyes of a stranger and fell in love 4 years ago while married. Wow. I left a good man in a good marriage, good enough marriage. Woof. Woof. Y'all cooked out here, man. Y'all cooked. Oh, she got a baby too. Good luck, man. And there she is, a basic white woman doing the same thing y'all think these strags out here doing. And she dressing it up, got a little journal. Oh, Lord. A podcast. She dressing that shit up all pretty. but I'm a misogynist, huh? You don't believe in love, coach. This could easily happen. Wow.